Hey guys, welcome to the KickBack FC. Thank you for joining us once again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
So, welcome to the Kickback FC, your go to spot for unfiltered, real talk, all things soccer, breaking down the biggest moments, the hottest takes, and everything you need to know to stay plugged into the world's game. We'll even tap in from time to time on some other sports because if it's big in sports, we've got some thoughts on it. Whether this is your first time with us tuning in or you've been rocking with us from the jump, again, just want to say thank you to all of our friends and supporters. Again, my name is Cornelius. I'm joined by my boys and fellow co-hosts. Mike, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. It's been a good weekend. Can't complain. How about you, Gabriel?
It's been good, man. Great day. How about you, Salam?
Feel good, man. It was a good weekend. Back here with the boys. Cornelius, how was your weekend?
It's good, man. Was actually in Florida this past few days, coming off a holiday, with some college friends, just enjoying the sun and just fellowship. It's been a minute since we were all able to kick it, as a group. It's about 12 of us, so fun time. Watched a lot of sports, honestly. Watched a lot of college football, watched a lot of soccer, watched a lot of NFL, even though we were traveling today. But there was just a whole bunch that went on in sports, so it was good just to hang out with the boys, man. It was a good weekend. Actually, I want to talk about sports. You keep it in the U.S. to start. MLS playoffs are right around the corner. It's getting spicy out here. We had a match yesterday. The Columbus Crew unfortunately lost to Chicago 2-0. Mike, I feel like every time we go to you to speak about Columbus these past few weeks, man, it hasn't been the best of news. We were talking about, I think last week it was,
Yeah.
what does Columbus need, heading into the playoffs? What do you want to see in these next three games? You said you want to see players get healthy. Obviously, big loss to the striker up front, Abu Ali. He's going to be gone for about 5-6 weeks through most of the playoffs, unless Columbus can make it into the further rounds. But it's looking kind of grim right now. You guys still
Yeah.
are clinched for the playoffs, but looking at a lower seating than what I think you probably expected. What do you have to say about the Crew right now?
As of right now, it looks like heading into the playoffs, we're gonna look like the team, like we were earlier in the season. Without Wissam Abu Ali, but to be honest, going into this playoffs, let's just be healthy because at this point, I have low expectations. It hasn't been the season that I thought we should have had. Especially if you're looking at our past two seasons. Yeah, we lost a couple of big names. We lost Cucho and all those guys, but still, I thought we had a pretty decent team to be able to have a better season this year than we did. So I mean, heading into the playoffs, health, and I've seen this Crew team do wonders in the playoffs, even though they didn't have a good season. So I'm hoping we have one of those playoff runs, but I just don't have the confidence, especially losing the striker that we just brought in that hit the ground running. So at this point, just health and hopefully, we can find some type of lightning in a bottle and make a run.
I hear that. On the flip side, Cincinnati was looking good, and then in the 96th minute, Orlando was just able to tie it up here before we hopped on and started recording. Salam was actually taken back. He was like, "They scored." So yeah, I mean, Cincinnati looks way healthier right now. They look way better than your team to the north. But do you have any concerns heading to this playoffs? I know last week we talked about you just want to see wins. This was a draw. So what do you take from this match?
No, it's drop points. I think for this group, I think making a good shot at the supporter shield would be a good confidence booster going into the playoffs. I'm not obviously, we're well positioned to be there, and I think that with the players coming back, obviously we'll have a solid chance of getting to the Eastern, the conference finals. Whatever, um, whatever that is in the in the MLS. But I think for sure, I think we're all right. I think obviously this is drop points, but I mean to an Orlando team that's hungry. I mean Orlando kind of has to win next week. They play Columbus, so this was definitely a good confidence booster for them. So But no, I think for us, I think the biggest thing going into the playoffs is just getting our guys back, the guys that have been out. Kubo just came back. Hopefully, Obina can start training, and then once we're able to get Miyazuka back too, I think we'll be almost at full strength at that point. So, and then at that point, it's just about matchups and who's hot at that current moment. So, um, if we were talking about it, but if the playoffs were to start today, and if Chicago won their game in hand and Orlando did as well, we would get matched up with Columbus. And to be very honest with you, I know that the past hasn't been in our favor, but this is a great time to play Columbus, and I think we would we would get through.
How far do
Finally,
you think FCC can go this year?
we're gonna. I
Because
think we're
conference
gonna.
final, with the confidence you've had, conference final,
Yeah.
it's kind of copping out, in my opinion.
No, I think us in Philadelphia. Um, if it shakes out that way, I think us in Philadelphia.
You're not
I
worried about Miami?
uh I'm yeah, I think yeah, obviously with Messi there, yeah, you have to worry about them. But I think firmly I think like I don't know, bro. I just feel like there's a lot of good teams in the East that could sneak Miami. Like I think Chicago could sneak Miami. I think Orlando has in the Derby. So like I don't know. I think, obviously Cincinnati has come up short in the playoffs, so we are definitely known to let like lead slip away, but Miami could definitely get got by a lot of these teams in the Eastern Conference. And if Columbus wasn't struggling as much, I mean, I don't know how you guys did against them this season, but I don't know.
Took a
It's
nail.
took an L both
Yep.
times.
Yep.
Well, and disregard my statement about that. but nah, I mean Miami obviously you have to worry about them, but I just think that firmly Philadelphia is better than them, and I think we are as well too, especially if we can get our guys back.
Plus Sergio Busquets on a retirement tour. He's
Yep.
Yeah,
gonna
man.
return from
That
football.
was
So
actually my shout out, man. My man Sergio.
Did you guys see his assist midweek to Messi?
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy
very
vintage.
well.
Class.
I'm honestly I'm honestly surprised, and I don't know if this is like I'm surprised that he's like actually found success in the league, just because not because
Who,
I don't think that
Busquets?
he's not a yeah, but I just feel like because there's just so many transitions in American soccer. Like there's really not a long sustained like run of like possessions. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, Miami has also transformed this whole team, and I guess just reading some of the stuff that comes out, like the whole organization is, you see that Hispanic influence, that Messi, that Messi influence. So it's like, you know, maybe that's why he's finding success. But no, I think I don't know, man. It's
I mean,
yeah,
speaking of that, did you guys see Mateus Clique, his quote? He used
yeah,
to play for Leeds, and then I believe he played for DC United.
yep,
He was saying,
Thomas.
yeah, he was saying something about how Messi pretty much controls that whole organization.
yeah,
But I mean,
Yeah,
we don't know the ins and outs. I'm sure he's not controlling the day to day, but it's like we still know he has some pull,
I mean,
and it
was he
should be
not
expected.
supposed to? He
I
he gets
mean,
a percentage. He gets a
of the
percentage of
league.
subscribers to the
Yeah,
league.
Apple.
Like
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
gonna. They said they're gonna set him up with the team after he's done playing. Like, what
Right.
do they
Yeah.
expect? Of course, he's gonna run certain
yeah.
things. Like, come on, man.
Is
That's
it detrimental
self-explanatory.
to a league like the MLS though?
No,
Um, I think I personally think it could be, but I don't think it will be. Something like this could, but I think we've seen success with this in the Saudi league and Ronaldo. So I feel like they're kind of taking after that same model, and um,
and you
Messi.
got to, and on Gabriel's point, you got to think about it. This is what they gave David Beckham when he came to LA Galaxy. They said, when you retire, we'll give you a team. We want you to bring that European. We want you to bring the European stars. We want you to not only be the first big star to play in the MLS, but people follow after you. And that's what he offered to Messi. He said, "Look at what they did for me. I can offer you something similar. So yeah, I mean, like Gabriel said, it can be bad, but at the end of the day, these guys are footballers. You know what I mean? Like they are true footballers. They're not coming with an American influence where they strictly are all about the money. Like these guys care about the team. They want to grow the team. That's why Messi went and got Sergio Busquets. That's why he went and got Mascherano as the coach. That's why he went and got, Suarez, because he was like, I trust these guys. I know these guys. I know they can do a good job. So ultimately, I think this is going to be great for the league. Think about how many European stars we've seen because of the influence. I mean,
Yeah.
Thomas Muller is in the league right now. Zaha is in the league right
Son
now.
is killing the league right now.
Think about how many South American stars who we might know of, but Messi might be privy to because he plays down there. So we've seen what influence can do just in the last 10, 15 years with Beckham. I think this is something that Messi, if he does it right, can just bring a whole new flavor to the MLS. We already have, the South Americans, but it could just be more exposure for them. So I think it's a good thing, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they just want more eyes on the league, and like you guys said, this is definitely going to do that. There's already a large, Argentinian influence when you think past and current. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
No, agreed, man. Yeah, since we're, speaking about worldwide football, Champions League is back. Yeah, man. Round 2 of the Champions League in the group stage play. Salam, I like the way you did it last week. I don't know if you just want to run through Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday matches and kind of or I think it's just Tuesday and Wednesday this week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like yes, correct.
So what are we looking at for our Tuesday matches?
So Tuesday we got kicking off Atalanta versus Club Bruges.
Club Brugge. Where is it?
It's in
Italy.
Atalanta.
Yeah,
It's
in Italy.
I'm
in
still gonna
Italy.
take Bruges.
Yeah, Atalanta got smacked up week 1, and Bruges actually surprised. So I'm gonna go with Bruges as well.
Yeah, Atalanta's not the same team without Gasperini. I mean, look at how he has Roma looking right now. So I'm going to go with Club Brugge.
Okay. Cariats Almaty versus Real Madrid.
Gonna go Madrid.
Hey, after that 5-2 this weekend,
Yeah, they coming back for it in blood.
yeah. But I'm going with Madrid.
Atletico Madrid versus Frankfurt. It's in Madrid.
Oh, yeah.
Atleti's running high. Yeah, let's go
Julian
Atleti.
Alvarez, man.
Yeah, man.
The hottest striker right now.
World class.
Bro, these goals are not just tap ins, man. Like some world class goals. I'm going with Atletico.
He's a good player, man.
Yeah.
Bodo Glimt versus Tottenham.
I'll go Spurs. Thomas Frank. I don't know. I trust him right now over at Spurs.
Mm.
Where is it?
Is
Tottenham's
that Bodo?
It's a yeah.
It's where?
It's in Norway.
Trap game. I think Spurs take the L.
Wow.
Okay. And then Chelsea versus Benfica.
Hey, Jose, the return of Jose Mourinho.
Another trap game, bro.
Huge
Telling you
trap
right
game.
now, this is another trap game.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought in
Right.
2025 Jose Mourinho's returning to Stamford Bridge with Benfica
With a
and-
Portuguese team, yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna go Benfica.
I'm gonna go draw.
I'm going with Chelsea.
I'm gonna
These
go
nights are
draw.
different, man. These nights are different. I'm going Chelsea.
Okay. Hopefully Palmer will be back. Galatasaray versus Liverpool.
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 Yeah, that's right. Has a decent team though.
Stuff.
I'm gonna go Liverpool though.
Mm,
Ekitike, man, that guy is.
I'm gonna go Liverpool
crazy.
too. Inter versus Slavia Prague. It's in
Inter.
Milan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go Enter. Inter looks good, man.
It's the easy
Inter looks
pick
good.
here.
Yeah. I'll go Slavia Prague. Just for
Stop.
the upset. Plus money. Marseille versus Ajax.
I need Marseille to get their first win. So because of Tim Weah, I'm going with Marseille. They're at home as well.
Marseille.
Nah, Marseille's pretty good. I'm going Marseille.
Okay. And then Paphos versus Bayern Munich.
Bayern.
Game is in Cyprus.
Bayern.
BTA.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Day 2 of the Champions League this week. On Wednesday, the Champions League starting off, we have Karabag versus FC Copenhagen.
Copenhagen.
I'm gonna go Copenhagen as well.
Okay. Union Saint-Gilloise versus Newcastle.
Hey, Newcastle.
Trap game, but
I'm
Newcastle
taking
Where's the
Union.
game at? Where's the game at?
is at Union.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it's in
I
Belgium.
think it'll be a nasty like 2-1 win.
Atmosphere. I'm going
Arsenal
Newcastle.
Okay. Arsenal versus Olympiacos.
Arsenal.
I'll put some respect on Arsenal's name.
Asna.
Oh, Barcelona versus PSG. Yamal versus
Mm.
Dembele. Did
Come
y'all
on, Dembooz.
before we
Talk
start?
to the evening.
Actually,
He
yeah,
injured.
I'll ask you guys afterwards. I don't want to mess up the flow.
Yeah, PSG has most of their guys out, so I don't know if they're going to be playing that game,
Go
but
Barca.
we'll see. But yeah, Barca.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
PSG.
I'm gonna go PSG as well.
Okay.
Win or draw. Bayern Leverkusen versus PSV Eindhoven. Game is in Germany, and Leverkusen actually.
Decent.
I mean, hey,
Still fraudulent, but they look decent.
5 games unbeaten.
I'll go Leverkusen.
Leverkusen. Yeah, Leverkusen for me too.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna side with PSV just because they sacked my boy. Dortmund versus Athletic Club.
Dortmund.
Shout out to the Williams brothers.
I think this will be like a 3-3 draw.
Yeah.
Dortmund's
Yeah.
known for scoring, but then they they
Can't
let
keep
up
it out.
I'll go to Bilbao.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-2 this game. Garassi goal. Nico Williams goal assist. Monaco versus Man City.
Ooh.
City's running right now.
This is a good matchup.
It is a good
I'll go
matchup.
City.
City, but Monaco could sneak this one too, though.
Oh no,
It's in
man.
France.
It's in Monaco, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go with City on this one though. I think if Monaco was at full strength, maybe this is another story, but Paul Pogba, hope to see you soon, bro. Napoli versus Sporting.
Napoli.
Napoli.
Yeah, I'll go with Napoli.
Yeah. Just lost to AC Milan too, so they're gonna be hungry. And then lastly, we have Villarreal versus Juventus. Game is in Spain.
I'm gonna go Juve. They had an exciting
Yeah.
game last week against Dortmund.
Yeah.
I'll go
Should know they can score.
Villarreal, actually.
I'm gonna go Villarreal as well.
I'm going Juve. Don't sleep on Yildiz, man.
Oh yeah, we sleeping.
Deadly.
Yeah, it is. No, I like him. I do like him. Juve just, I don't know, man. No shade, bro, to anybody on that team. It's just
I know this year's team is not. It's not moving me, but Yildiz is dangerous.
they need like somebody. But no, I was gonna ask you guys. I don't know if you guys saw the comments of Lamine Yamal's dad, essentially saying that his son got robbed and really just kind of backing his son. At the end, he was just like, "We'll be back next year," and I think he's right.
Yeah.
I think last year Dembele certainly deserved it, but I think the next decade could be Yamal's for sure. I don't see nobody touching him, bro. There is nobody in world football. I'm sure Mbappe. The only reason why we'll say Mbappe is because he'll score a ton of goals. But when we're talking about the best player in the world, like I don't see anybody coming close to him.
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to gas your son, so I didn't really, I didn't expect him to say, anything less. But he's right. Yamal finna be there, barring any major injuries for the next decade plus. Just based on what we've seen this year, and I mean, we've kind of all said it. We don't really know where his ceiling is, so.
I mean, is there anybody in like current world football you could see like win one besides him?
I mean, no shade, but Harry Kane is really good. I know we overlook him because he's in Germany and he has that team around him now, but he's scoring at a crazy clip. I mean, he has assists as well. I just think for him to win it, Munich would have to win the Champions League or go to a final.
Right.
That's because we kind of know what you're doing over there in the Bundesliga. It's like,
they'd have to win because now with this new striker trophy that they created because of Lewandowski, like,
yeah, you're right.
bro, they give it to another guy if he didn't win the Champions League.
Yeah,
They just give him they just give him the striker trophy. They wouldn't give him the Ballon d'Or. So, yeah, I don't think Kane will get one. I think Mbappe, Vinny, man. If Arsenal can do a double, and some guys on our team can get a shout too, but
stop it. Oh, stop it. But I actually think Salam. You said the next decade you think Lamine will be the guy. I think he will be in the mix, but God, there's some guys out there, man. Haaland could possibly compete for one at some point. Mbappe, like Gabriel said, is definitely going to be in the mix sometime soon here if they win the Champions League to win that trophy. Kane, like Cornelius said, I'll even throw Palmer. Who knows? I feel like if he's able to stay healthy and Chelsea actually become the team we're hoping we can become, he could be in the mix. I don't know, man.
So why
Arda
is it?
Güler, there's some young talent out there that I feel like can eventually, come out there and also be known as world-class players to possibly win this trophy. So Lamine will be in the mix.
Why is it crazy when I say an Arsenal player can win it, but then there's still Cole Palmer in there as if it's just so?
Because he was
got
eighth
you,
this year on the all-time list,
Okay.
on the short list.
We got some Arsenal players on the short list too. So
I mean,
Well,
I didn't say anything.
I'm just talking to Mike.
I'm asking, did you guys have anybody in the top 10?
We don't think we have anybody in the top 10.
Okay,
It's just
okay.
because
I was just wondering.
That's all.
No, I mean, I feel like the guy you guys have that could possibly, Saka definitely, and possibly Gyökeres, depending on what you guys do. So
Gyökeres,
no, he'd have to score a ridiculous amount.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Saka,
he's not the best player on his team. Like, and that's why I felt Salah when he was talking about the whole Rafinha shout. I mean, Rafinha definitely deserves a shout, but again, he wasn't the best player on his team.
Yeah,
he scored more goals
than
than Yamal,
numbers,
but we all we know who's pulling the strings there. So
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely some guys in the mix. Even seeing names like Vitinha was interesting to me. Because
he came second? No, third.
Third, I believe. Yeah.
That's impressive for Vitinha.
And that's why I think
he was playing with the Wolves not too long ago,
like 2-3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like with some of these teams, you have to win a Champions League or you have to win a double, or because again, it's team success, individual success. So it's both of those things. But yeah, man, that's interesting from Yamal's dad, but that's what he's supposed to say. So
it's his son.
Yeah, we'll be seeing a lot more of him. But moving over to the Premier League, man, we'll talk about our teams here in a second, but I wanted to start with Liverpool taking their first L of the season to Crystal Palace. Last week they were my shout out. Last week, I believe I even had them as my my recap for the Premier League. Last 11 matches in the Prem, undefeated. Crystal Palace, top 4. Crystal Palace looks good, man. I didn't see the game live, but I was watching highlights. And I'm glad that they got the win because this was easily a match that Liverpool could have snatched away. We've seen this time and time again. We've seen this multiple times this season where Liverpool may not be the best team on the pitch over the full 90 minutes, but they somehow figure out a way to get a late winner. And so when Chiesa scored that goal in the 85th or whatever it was, watching the highlights, I already knew what the score was, but in my heart, I was like, yo, I'm sure I'm probably going to see another Liverpool chance or two. But just want to say shout out to Eddie and Ketia for the game winning goal. But shout out to that Palace team, man. All first half, all second half, they had multiple chances. Mateta hitting the post, the crossbar. I mean, a few chances going very, 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 very close to going in. And you got to tip your head off to Allison. Even though they lost, that game easily could have been 4-5-6-1. Easily had Allison not made some of those saves. So, I mean, we kind of been saying it all year. This Liverpool team is leaking goals in the back a little bit, but this Palace team kind of dismantled them in a way I don't know if people really were expecting. You guys' thoughts on the match and how far do you think this Palace team can go right now?
Listen, I knew if you look at our locks, I knew this was coming. Um, this was a trap game for Liverpool. People didn't look at the trends and how teams are trending at the moment, and this Palace team right now is trending upwards. I feel like their start to the season has been, I mean, the best, honestly, out of anyone outside of Liverpool. I mean, yes, they're not top of the table, but they're undefeated in 6 matches. So, yeah, I think I knew this was coming. I think that they definitely could have put this game away a lot quicker. As you said, Allison made some great saves. Mateta hitting the post. That shot was crazy. I remember watching it live, and I was like, "That's going in," and it hit the inside of the right post and went out. But yeah, no. This was just an exciting match, just from the jump, honestly, and I knew it would be one. This Palace team is definitely one to look out for, man. Shout out to the manager. He set them up very, very well. We talk about managers in the Prem and managers doing their job. This is a manager that is doing his job correctly. This is a guy who is
I
putting
agree.
players in the best positions to win.
Hmm.
And he's chosen the lineup every week has been good. It's been strong. I think barring any major injuries from their guys like Mateta, like Adam Wharton, Tyreek Mitchell, guys like that. I think this team could easily fight for a European spot. And, I mean, another European spot. I know they have Europe with winning the FA Cup, but I could definitely see them. I can definitely see them in the mix higher than they have been in years past. Not 10th. Not I can see this team being above 10th. I can see them being in that 7-6 spot if they continue like this and if they just don't have any injuries. So.
Yeah, I'm glad you shouted out Glasner because was it just a year ago he came in and he was struggling to win games.
Yeah.
And I like bringing it up because they were on top of his head. I remember it was like 6 games in. And I'm like, yo, they're not giving him any time at all. Like, just be patient. Be patient with him. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I saw this coming. I didn't see it coming, but I just thought the optics of it, of a coach just coming in right before the season starts, or it was after the season start. I can't remember. And they were struggling, and nobody wanted to give him time. They were like, "Oh, is he the right man? Is he the right man?" And now look at the team. Won a trophy. I think it was last season. Yeah, yeah. At the beginning of
Yeah.
last season. Yeah. So hey, shout out to him, man. Look at the difference a year makes. This team is for real.
And this is without one of the star players, who
Yeah.
left after
Still
this.
undefeated,
So,
man.
yeah,
Only team that haven't lost a game in the Prem this season.
yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely. I think I think this start to the season for them has got their fans obviously feeling great. So I feel like just with this start, I feel like Palace is about to be a fortress this summer, or this not this summer, but this year. I just feel like it's not going to be easy to go there, and I mean, I feel like they don't fear anyone right now. I feel like they're figuring out that, like, hey, we we might not have the biggest names, but we do have the quality within the squad to compete with, the Liverpools, the Arsenals, the Chelseas, and I mean they're getting results against the teams on the bottom half of the table too. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah, man, it'll be interesting to see how they pan out this year, honestly. But
I don't
I
want
don't expect this to keep up though.
I don't want us to stay too long. I just want to let's make this quick. I want to ask you all this. If you guys were in charge of Palace and you've seen the way you were playing, when big teams see teams do other small teams doing well, obviously people are going to come knocking and buying players. We already saw Eze walk. Do you guys think this team is going to be able to hold on to players, or do you
No,
think okay, you don't think that? Okay.
Adam Morton is
Adam
gone.
Morton's bingo. I
And
mean,
he's
people were
gone.
How
talking
about
about him.
Mateta? Even Sar?
I think. I
Ismaila
think.
Sarr.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say he was actually gonna be one of my shout outs. 4 goals or 3 goals in 4 matches this year. I mean, Senegalese. He's another one of those talents that we've kind of just seen in and out because of injury, but I think he could go be at a top 4, top 6 club, quote unquote. Mateta, I said it last year. I could see Mateta playing for one of our clubs. I mean, I think he'd fit in at United pretty well because they need somebody a little bit more brash, I feel like. But look, these players are going to get picked up by someone soon. The world's on notice. I mean, Glasner's got them, like Gabriel said, he's putting his players in positions to be their best and to go win, and they're clearly doing that.
Yeah, there's no way they keep this squad, bro. I hope they use the funds well when they get them. But Adam Morton, I know he's been linked with Liverpool, I believe. I don't know if he's going to go to Liverpool, but Adam Morton's not staying at Crystal Palace for his entire career. It's just, I personally, I
It's not
don't see
gonna
it.
happen. Nah,
Yeah,
it's not gonna happen.
Mateta, I could see Mateta staying, but also I could very well see him leaving too. Come with if the right team and offer comes in. And then who's the last guy you mentioned?
Ismaila Sarr.
It's my
Yeah, Sar. Even their right back Munoz, bro.
Yeah,
Munoz,
I
yeah.
can see
Even Tyreek
Munoz.
Mitchell, dog.
Yeah, I
a
can.
lot of those players, man.
Tyreek Mitchell, he needs to stay healthy. If he can stay healthy for a
That's the
full
thing.
season,
You're right.
I think he can get a move. But even Munoz, bro, I think Munoz might get a move next year, like this next summer. So yeah, no, I don't think they'll keep it, but I think with Glasner they have a good manager, and I think they'll use the funds correctly. I think they'll use the funds correctly.
I mean,
Yeah,
Mark Gahey's trying to leave, or he's definitely gone after this year.
yeah. I mean, the Liverpool move was something that he was trying to. I mean, he wasn't too pushy on it, but it was one of the bigger talks at the end of the summer window. So
Mm.
again, that's another one, English international as well. Mark Gahey over there. But yeah, we'll definitely keep tabs on this Crystal Palace team, not Liverpool. Sorry, because like I said, undefeated currently in their last 11 Prem matches. Only team currently undefeated this season. They look good, bro. There's another club in London that says, "Hey, London runs through us," apparently. So, while they and Arsenal are in the top 4, there's a team that's right outside of the top 4 that I wanted to talk about before we get into our squad. Sunderland. This team has come into the Premier League and they are saying we want to stay, man. Another 1-0 win over Nottingham Forest this past weekend. They seem to be trucking along, doing what they have to do to get wins, and currently sitting with 3 wins, 2 draws, and a loss, and 5th place on 11 points. Mike,
I, I think we
Sunderland.
talked about it. Yeah, in the summer, they made moves with intention. I mean, they went and got a Dingra. They went and got
Xhaka.
Xhaka.
Xhaka. Mhm.
2 big signings. Even went on to get Magui, who we had to call back. They made signings with intentions that hey, we're not going back, and I think it's starting to show dividends like early, and that's what you need as a club that just came back up. How you start can actually be your saving grace at the end of the season,
100%.
because at some point, yeah, this momentum will probably fall off a little bit, but with the good start that you've had so far, hopefully that can hold you to when after you go through whatever phase, when you come back you're not too far down the table. So Sunderland, I don't think will finish in a European spot, but they should be right at mid-table, in my opinion, by the end of
Mhm.
the season. Based from what I've seen, this team fights, and they have veteran leadership, and they have guys that have been on teams that actually get results. So some of these guys, know what they're doing and know what it means, to actually get results and play against big teams and compete. So I think they'll do well this season. I really do.
Yeah, man. I think you like you said, Mike, with their good start to the season, it'll propel them to one. I don't think they'll get relegated, and two, it'll propel them to, they kind of know what it takes to stay up in a sense, even though they haven't been here in a long time. I mean, if you look back to last season, the the three teams that got relegated obviously were Southampton, Ipswich, and Leicester. Leicester only had 25 points, bro. Leicester only had 25 points last season, and they got
And
relegated.
38.
In 38 matches. Sunderland's already sitting on 11 points. So if they can ride this high as long as possible, bro, they'll find points within this without throughout the season that'll at least keep them up. I can easily see this team staying up. I don't see them going back down. Not with barring any injuries, obviously, because they are very top heavy. But bro, I don't. I think this team will be here at least for a year,
Yeah, I
at
agree.
least a year. So
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the target is usually anywhere from like 30 to 35 points. You can stay afloat. And just like Gabriel said, 11 points, they're already a third of the way there, 6 matches into the season. So I think they're way ahead of schedule. I think if you ask them, they're, you know, doing what they intended to do, which is stay up, but at a way higher clip than what they thought it could happen. So for now, it's just keep doing what you're doing because obviously whatever you're doing is working. But just wanted to shout out Sunderland before we get into our teams. As tradition goes, losers go first. And I wanted to start with Chelsea, man, because
hmm.
Chelsea's been embarrassing these last 2 weeks. I'm just gonna flat out say it. We've been an eyesore to watch. Second match in a row where we got a red card, which again dismantled our match. Um, I was talking to Gabriel about this earlier. If you look at our record, we're 2-2-2, 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. Both of our losses come in the matches where we have a man down because of a red card. And this is a match where we were leading, the entire first half. You go into the second half, thinking, okay, let's hold this lead. We know that Brighton has had our number these last few years. Red card early. And then what do you know? You see Mr. Danny Welbeck doing it like it's 2009 again. Brace, shout out to him for taking advantage of us having a man down, but I don't know what it is. And I was talking to Gabriel earlier about this, and he said this is how I felt in Arteta's second year. Because we had the red card problem, and now in a season where you expect us to take another jump forward into really, really trying to cement ourselves in the league, we are here kind of in a weird situation where Cole Palmer, our best player, is injured. We're looking for some players to step up, and as soon as we start to take a step in the right direction, clearly these red cards kind of hurt the entire match. Mike, I'm not sure if you saw the game live. I wasn't able to this weekend, but I watched highlights clearly and watched a little bit of the match as well. What was your take, watching it live? And when you saw the red card, did you expect us to survive the match with any points, or did you expect the loss?
Um, I think we played a very good first half. Good game to be to good game to begin the game. In the first half, played an exceptional game. I don't have too many complaints on the first half. But like you said, right after we got the red card, I feel like Maresca is not confident in this team. I feel like I can tell that this guy needs or wants to get some pieces that maybe he didn't get this season. Because first substitution was defensive. He wanted to just defend the what do you call it, the 1-0 lead. So when you start making defensive substitutions, it gives the team a defensive mindset. So now all of a sudden it's like everybody's almost like under pressure and stress. I literally saw it coming. Right when the red card happened, I'm like, I don't see our team holding. I just don't see us holding on to the 1-0 lead. I was actually thinking it's gonna be 1-1 and we'll just walk away. But
Hmm.
3-1 at home, it's embarrassing. Since Cole Palmer's been out, our play has just gone down. I still don't think he's figured out the right combination of players. Because at this point where we are, there's no excuses on they're young. Oh, we need time. We've shown that we can go into a tournament and win a tournament with these guys. Yes, it might have been a glorified preseason tournament, but still, it's some type of, it shows that, okay, we can play week in, week out, or matches that mean something together and get results. Now, what I'm starting to think is, okay, is this tournament now becoming a detriment to our season? Because guys are starting to get injured. So now it's like, are these heavy legs? Because I'm looking at Enzo and I'm like, I don't see, there's nothing. You're not giving me anything. Caicedo looks a step slower. Neto keeps working, but the crosses just are a little bit hard or a little bit short. And it seems like the guys are slowing down. So I don't know. I don't know what we need, man. This Benfica game, I hope coming up midweek, we can actually show something because it's a Champions League night at the Stamford Bridge. But I would say our last three games, we've just been poor. I
Well,
mean, we've just been poor.
but what do you expect Maresca to do in this moment? Because your center back gets a red, so what? He's supposed to bring on an attacker? Like, he's gonna go defensive immediately. Like, I don't know. I'm this obviously this isn't my team, but I
I
feel like he
think
didn't do the wrong thing by bringing in
no,
being
and
defensive minded, being up 1-0 too. Like, yes, you're at home, but at the same time, it's like we're down a man. This is a team that has beaten you, or yeah, has beaten you or gotten a result against you for the past couple meetings that you've had. So, I mean, I don't really fault him for getting defensive. I think he was a little bit too defensive. What was that? What was the last match you got a red card? Was that United?
yeah,
Yeah.
Or yeah, United. And I didn't know Cole Palmer got injured, so I didn't know. But I
Yeah,
think
he's
he got a
out
little
till
too.
after the international break.
Yeah, so I didn't know he had a. I didn't know he got injured during that match, and that's why he had to come out. But that match, I felt like he went a little bit too defensive because I feel like
Hmm.
you you guys are a better team than United. So I feel like you could have still controlled the match and done what you need to do. But this match,
Okay.
bro, I being up 1-0 specifically, I feel him being more
Okay.
defensive. But I don't
I
know.
don't
for
That's
know,
just me,
me,
but
bro.
go
for
ahead,
me,
Cornelius.
I was gonna say I think it's like I said, I think it's a little bit of growing pains. I mean, even when you look at how we started, we had Chalaba and Hato in the middle as our central defenders, and then we had Santos and Caicedo starting as our pivot. We're still working these guys in. Esteval on the right. We put Fernandez at the 10. We've had injuries and we have guys that are filling spots that they aren't really ready to play yet. Me and Mike said this in the beginning. Do we like Esteval? Yeah, of course. We love him as a young talent. But is he ready to start 38 matches in the Prem? No, he has to be worked in. Even Andre Santos, I like a lot about what he has, but even when I'm watching highlights, he's holding the ball a little bit too long. There are
Hmm.
passes where maybe if you play that cross a step quicker or a touch earlier, we get a shot off, but you're holding it and going all the way to the line. These are young kids. These are players that have only played 6 Premier League matches. So there's still a lot for them to get used to in this league. But I feel like these are some of the growing pains that we're going through. But the red cards do not help our progress, bro.
You
Like
know what's
these,
funny?
like these, and I was telling Gabriel, sorry to cut you off, Mike, but I was
No, go
telling
ahead.
Gabriel, this easily could have been a Brighton 1-0 match to Chelsea. We like
Yeah.
we scored our only goal and we just dig out defensively. No matter how much they come, we just dig out defensively. But when you go down a man, there's only so much defending you can do. Like Mike said, this could be heavy legs from the summer tournament. So for me, I feel like when you have the lead at home, you have to protect that lead. That's the next step I feel like for this Chelsea team. Protect the bridge, right? Because we talk about protecting home field advantage and what that actually means. I think that hasn't gotten through to this team yet. We have to protect the bridge. And when
Yeah.
you have senior players like Chalobah making red cards in moments that are very detrimental for us, it doesn't send the right message. So I think it comes back to what me and Mike have kind of been screaming for the last 3-4 years, just an identity. Like we need that Chelsea. When we score at home, we defend the bridge with our honor, with our badge, with our lives if we have to. And it
Yeah.
just didn't seem like that's how the boys were set up to play, even when we did go down a man. So
Yeah.
it's growing pains, but again, this has to be tightened up because this can't continue, especially
Yeah.
when you don't have your player, you don't have someone to lean on the offensive side. Reece James can only do so much from right back. Yes,
Exactly.
he's the captain. Yes, he's a leader, but he's not the most vocal. And when you need to go score, he's not the one you're leaning on. So we need to just tighten up in certain spots and realize it's going to be it's going to be tough without Cole
Yeah.
Palmer. I think they all know that, but why make it harder on ourselves by getting a red card and putting ourselves in that position?
True. What did we say in our in studio preseason season preview recording? Chelsea's back line, right? That was the one concern going into the season. And what has this back line done over and over again in these last few weeks? Cost us games. It's crazy. Sanchez red card 1 week, Chalobah red card the other week. This back line is not. I want to think that
Diabolical.
we have the guys. I want to think that we're good enough, but this back line is not good enough. It's just not good enough. Period.
Y'all was laughing when I said we have Rob Holding, and you guys wondered why we didn't win the league. And y'all sat there and questioned me. Y'all living through it in real time. I'm happy. Welcome to the chat.
Yeah,
Welcome to the
what goes
chat.
around comes around. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
please, man.
What goes around comes
My
around.
goodness.
Hopefully, we come on the other end, man. But
I honestly think, bro, and this is a player for y'all that y'all found. I don't know where y'all got him from, but I think he's gonna be great. It's Sugo, man. I think y'all are missing him.
yeah, he's
I
injured
think
right
it's
now.
he's injured right now, but I think
Yeah.
I don't think Enzo's. I mean, Enzo's your captain, so I mean, I guess he's gonna have to start. But bro, if Sugo comes back, I think he's gonna insert himself in this lineup. I'm
I
Yeah,
agree.
just gonna say
I
that
agree.
now,
That's a
bro. I
good
saw
shout.
him play once in preseason. I said, "Oh, he looks ready to go in the Premier right now." And even when he got his minutes early in the season, I felt like he looked good. But I think I don't know. I feel like he's a tempo setter, and y'all don't really have a tempo setter without Cole Palmer
No.
if he's not on the pitch. And I think he'll do bits for you guys. But hey,
That's a good shout. That's a great shout. To move it on to Manchester, move out of London for a bit.
Salam
Brentford
Doha.
was Brentford was running y'all pockets. 3-1 to Brentford. Manchester United, you guys are in a world of woes. Just can't seem to get it together. Salam, give me your take from this past weekend. And we're seeing a whole bunch of rumors about Ruben Amorim. Is he going to stay? Or are we going to go with Southgate? Are we going to go with Graham Potter? Who's apparently Xavi wants to come to the Premier League now, even if it's not Champions League football. So
Hey, you
yeah,
just
I
started
mean,
coaching.
yeah, no, I'm
You
just
just
saying
started
what
coaching too.
I'm just
You
saying
still
what I've
quiet.
seen. I was on holiday this past weekend, so I'm still catching up myself.
Yeah,
But
I'll turn on you too quickly, Cornelius.
yeah,
If you don't do it.
yeah.
But no, man, I think I just wanted to start by saying, if you followed our locks of the week, you would have seen mine. Manchester Brentford United. Was it winner or draw? You know, I took the money line. You should have too. But to be honest with you, man, I wasn't surprised. I said this last week in my predictions. In any other situation, any other team, a victory at home versus Chelsea, you would think that you would get momentum going into this game. Unfortunately, we are not like we are a team of our own. in the sense of obviously we capitalized off of a bonehead mistake and what Robert Sanchez did. But I knew we were going to struggle today. And that was further emphasized when I saw the lineup. We're out of Carabao Cup. FA Cup doesn't start until a few weeks. We only play one game a week. I don't understand this whole rotation, this whole necessity of wanting to keep players fresh. We play once a week. Why is Lenny Euro not playing, bro? Why am I seeing Luke Shaw play? Like all of a sudden, bro, Luke Shaw was out for damn near like a year. We didn't
2 years.
2 years.
2 years for real.
And then now he's
Popped
back
up in the final.
Bro, he just popped up in the Europa League final, and ever since then it's like, oh, he's here, and it's like, bro, why are we starting Maguire? Come on, look the. I think I get it, good redemption story, right? Perseverance and all that. I think that's great, but why is he starting for us? I mean, you have Lenny Euro there, you have Aiden Heaven there. Why not give them an opportunity? Aiden Heaven has looked good. Obviously, yeah, he's young. So there will be some growing pains, obviously, but I believe right now, especially with the way that this manager wants to play, he wants to play aggressive. He wants to play further up the pitch. You need players that are going to be able to get back on defense. And shout out to you, Delo. Every week you seem to just cost us somehow. Look at the pass that he tried to make into Cunha. It's behind him.
Yeah.
They take the ball, they turn around, ping it over the top. Guess who's marking him? The slowest player on the field, Harry Maguire. And it's like, I don't understand. I understand Ahmad is out, and shout out to him. There was a report that he lost someone in his family. So, prayers to him and his family. I understand with his absence, we need a void at that right wingback position. Why not try the kid from Paraguay we got? Like, if we keep playing the same guys that we've been playing while we've been in this rut, we're just going to continue seeing the same things. So, yeah, when I saw the lineup, I knew that we were going to struggle. Shout out to Benjamin Sesko. You laid to rest the, 007 memes. The draft. Shout out to him. But I don't know, man. You look at that game, he didn't really get that many opportunities. The goal he scored came from just a situation in the box. He just happened to be at the right place at the right time and took the goal, which was good. But I don't know, man. And like the coach is just it is what it is. I don't see him making. You bring on Mason Mount for Luke Shaw. I don't know. This is crazy, bro. It's crazy. I'm up at 8:45. I'm starting my day like this. Like how do you? I don't understand, bro. I really don't understand. But and then there's the Bruno situation. Bruno, and I don't even blame Bruno, bro. Like you gotta blame the coach. Bruno doesn't pick the team. We know who this guy is. We know what he is. I just feel like if he was in a better team, he would not be like the star player, like 100%. I just feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just from the optic standpoint, or maybe he views himself this way. Obviously, have the confidence in yourself, but Bruno Fernandes in a good team is not the best player.
Stop.
What? He's not, bro.
That's crazy take.
Nah, bro. He's not, bro. He's not. He carries himself the way he is because we are a bad team. So he's the best player on a bad team. But it's like, bro, look what Cunha did for Wolves. You talk about like carrying a team. You talk about inspiring a team.
Have you forgotten Lockdown Bruno?
Lockdown Bruno, Mike is
bro. He was carrying y'all.
I've had 2 kids since then, Mike.
That was 4 years ago.
With me, Mike.
Bro, Bruno's been carrying you for seasons now.
How many?
2 kids is crazy.
Let's not do that.
Did he carry me in the Europa League final? Both times that we came short. Did he carry me there? Everyone wants to just forget about the first Europa League final, by the way, where not just Bruno, but the hottest striker that's out in Barcelona right now. He went missing then too. Yeah, but no, Bruno Fernandes, bro. Nah, bro. Like this guy, I see through it. I see through it. This is what the second you missed against Fulham. You missed against here. Cost us both times too. This is our captain, and then at that point, emotionally, you're just out of the game. You're the captain. You're supposed to be inspiring the team, you know. But he doesn't play.
So I know a lot of names are circulating, and you've probably announced on this podcast that you were Amarim out weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, out of the names that you've seen, is there anyone that inspires you, just based on the roster you have now, that thinks they can, that you think could probably salvage something of this season? Because again, we're only 6 weeks in.
Right.
There are only so many points that are possible on the table, right? So it's not like you're in the worst spot. The There's an international break coming up here in a few weeks. There is something that can be done, but do you think that there's a manager right now that's available that could turn this team around?
Oh man, I think if Amarim were to get sacked, a temporary person would have to come in, just because we would need to find a long-term solution. I don't like the Southgate rumor. I don't like the Graham Potter rumor. I know that there's a big draw to try and get someone English there.
English, yep.
But I don't for
You know
sure.
it's coming, bro. You know it's coming.
But it's like, but everybody can kind of, I don't know, maybe it's like everybody, like maybe outside of England, can see that like that's not the right decision. Southgate, I mean, I don't know. I guess for banter's sake, yeah, you may say, yeah, sign Southgate. But like, bro, we've seen Southgate with one of the most talented generations of English players, and we see the way he sets up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, Xavi, like we so now we have to get Xavi players. You know what I'm saying? Like now we need players that can actually play. I like the Xavi shout, if I'm being honest, but that's like we just invested, damn near 200 mil on attackers for this guy. So now we're gonna need. I mean, we're gonna need probably 700, 800, a billion to get players. Play the way that Xavi wants to play.
I'm dead. A billion.
For the way he wants to play, which I'm for that,
Facts.
100%. You talk about going toe to toe with Liverpool, Arsenal. That's a guy where it's like, okay, let's give him a run. But I think with the players that we have, I think one of those guys is probably the more logical short-term replacement. But the only thing with like those two, and maybe not so much Graham Potter, but Southgate, I know defensively will be sound. Every game won't be pretty, but I know that defensively we will be sound. We won't concede. Kind of a feeling that I had when we had Jose. With Jose, I our attack was always up in the air, but defensively, I felt as if we had a solid foundation. But I don't know. I guess, but I mean, Ineos came out and said that there's no
bread.
There's no search for a new coach. This is the guy that we want to back, and I get it. I mean, you have to back him. You spent the money that you did, and like this is the whole that. I mean, again, this is just because we're talking about this particular situations, but this whole Ineos thing. Forget the Glazers. At this point, it's all on you guys. It really is. You guys gave him all this money, and now it took you so long to sack Ten Hag, and now here you are with Ruben Amorim, like in the hole.
Can I throw out a name?
Who?
I think this guy is the next guy up, Fabregas. I think whoever is able to snag Fabregas in the next year or two have a good chance of, really changing their team. But I think the United situation, you're stuck. It doesn't make sense in any way, in my opinion, to fire Amorim. It just doesn't. You just threw out Ten Hag, who invested at least 2 years of his players and his identity.
Yeah.
You were like, okay, let's wrap this project up. Let's bring in a new guy. The new guy is almost what? Almost a year in. And then you're gonna let him go to start over with another guy?
Yeah,
You just got to. I think you're in a tough position. You might have to just ride it out. It just doesn't make sense. It
How
really doesn't.
until how long, Mike? How long before it gets too bad? What is too bad?
I think your best shot is January, around January, because if you were to sack him around that time, you at least have the window to do some quick business. But it still don't make sense to me to let him go right now, even though I think he's not good. I don't see, bro. I watch you guys and I'm like, damn. I thought Chelsea used to be bad, but like I just don't see any like pattern of play where I could be like, oh, okay, they like doing this a lot. Okay, this is something they have an advantage in doing. I just don't see any of that. Every game is like an open game. Whoever scores last wins. That's United game. Literally, that's like United game. Whoever scores last wins.
Nah, facts, bro.
And I think if you were to fire Amorim right now, bro, it's gonna get worse. Like, be real. Like, look at it realistically. Like, he just brought in all these new guys, the guys that he wanted, right? And you let him go. Are you sure the next manager coming in is actually going to put priority of the new guys you just brought in?
But the thing is,
It's not my guys. It's not his guys. If they don't work, he can just say he doesn't fit, and then what?
I hear you, but like with my only thing with that though is specifically the guys that he brought in this past window. These are all guys. Two of them are proven in the Premier League. I think
Yeah.
whoever comes in, you can work with them. They've shown that they can be successful here. You could play one on the right, you could play one on the left. If you don't want to play Cunha as a 10, you could play him on the left if you wanted to. And then Sesko is one of the highly touted young strikers in Europe right now. So like, bro, this isn't like, oh, you have to fit my system. This is like, okay, you got, on the wings, you got two of the, I mean, last year Mbeumo and Cunha,
20 good contributions, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
like they show that they could do it in the Prem. This guy is a
It's the way he's utilizing them, bro.
I just a huge gamble in my
Luke Shaw
opinion.
for Mason Mount. Like what? Why are you? And then you take off like light for light. Maguire, we need a goal. It's like, oh, we got to put on Euro. Let's hit off Maguire. It's like, what are you doing, bro? Why don't you just start him? He's a young guy. He's not even 21 yet. Like, unless he's hurt. If he's hurt, obviously, but I don't know, man. You have to put the team in the position to succeed, and I don't think that, which is why I think we should do something soon, because I actually think that we have decent players. Like we can. If we just had someone to set us up, bro, I think that we would be a lot more competitive. I don't look at our team and be like, damn, this isn't like a few years ago. I'm not looking at
No, I agree with you. You have a pretty decent team, but who out there right now can you honestly say, okay, I believe in this guy to at least get us to a European spot at the end of the season?
The problem was, bro, is the and this is like, again, they put themselves in the decision. The person that we should have gotten a Thomas Frank. We should have, bro. I knew when he went to Spurs. When he went to Spurs, I was like, damn, bro. They're literally about to, and this is me being honest, they're about to eclipse us, like where they are. Like, they are a better team than us. This is the first time as a United fan I can say, wow. Chelsea, Arsenal, we've gone back and forth a few times. Obviously, maybe not so much in the past few years, but Tottenham, I'm like, yo, Tottenham is going to win this. They got Kudus, they got a better coach, but we should have brought someone in the summer. There were opportunities there. Bro, I would have even taken Nuno. I'm not going to lie to you. He just went to West Ham. I would have taken Nuno. I know Nuno would have probably been sacked a year from now, but for now, like, bro, I would have taken Nuno for now. For sure. That's another missed opportunity, man. You got to act. And I just feel like, I mean, we've always shown that Manchester United is always slow to react to everything.
No, that's fair. I just wanted to hear your take, because I mean, clearly you said that you're Emery out, but I was wondering what you thought about the potential names that would be your suitors. But I kind of agree with Mike. I feel like you guys are in a very weird situation where you can't really sack the guy yet, but it doesn't look great, so you don't know what the next move is. I feel like this is something you should stick with, and hopefully it gets better. You know, you guys have people in injury right now. Hopefully, when you guys are at full strength, you can see some sort of continuity. But it be like that sometimes, bro. Trust me. Chelsea's gone through it. Arsenal's gone through it. United, it's been a decade, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel, my
It's your
boy. I
turn.
promise
It's your
you.
turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. It's your turn. This is for all the sins of Rooney and them when they were going to the club after winning Champions Leagues, and
Yeah,
you
all
know,
those sneaky trophies y'all been winning this past
yeah,
few
yeah,
years. Yeah,
it's coming back, man. It's coming
yeah.
back. But we got to end on a good note. Arsenal did get a 2-1 win this weekend over Newcastle. Huge win, honestly. Two second half goals to propel them to the top. Gabriel, just your take on the game, and I honestly want to ask you guys after Gabriel's done how you feel about Nick Waltemote and how his start has been to the Premier League season. But Gabriel, your takes on Arsenal first.
Um, yeah, I'll go bad news first, and on a good note, this Arteta guy, man.
Hmm.
This Arteta guy, man. It breaks my heart how uncourageous he can be. Like we have players that are proven that we spend a lot of money on that he won't play. And then he'll make lineup changes that also I don't understand in matches when we don't have the luxury to be playing around. Um I'm I really don't know why Saliba didn't start today. And I'm not saying that because Mascara, his mistake led to the goal. Like, I mean, obviously that plays a little bit of part into it, but if Saliba's not hurt, why is he not playing? Like, if he's on the bench, why is he not playing? I was so confused. And once again, this is a Newcastle team that we haven't won there since 2023. So it's like, what made you think that this game was ever going to be sweet? Like, this has always been a tough game for us. We need points. And this is also a week where every other team in front of us dropped points in some form or fashion. Liverpool, they took an L. Crystal Palace, I mean, they won, but we'll see where they end up at the end of the season. Like, Chelsea dropped points. United dropped points. Spurs dropped points. Everyone seemed to drop points. So this is like a match that we need to win. And I just I don't understand why we don't have our best 11 out there to start at that time, which is obviously with William Saliba in there. Uh, but Mascara, a spade is a spade. You're a young center back. These things happen. Unfortunate, obviously. Um, I think Gabriel went down a little bit too easy. It could have been called either way. It is what it is. But overall with the match, I'm just happy that we're able to get a 2-1 win. Like, from the beginning of the match, I knew that this was going to be a grimy match. I knew it was going to be grungy, grimy. The ref didn't give us anything. He honestly he didn't give us anything. It's a pen. I'm just gonna say it. It's a pen. Let's leave it at that. I'm not gonna get into it because we got a dub, so it is what it is. But um, you know, it was a questionable game referee wise, but honestly, bro, 2-1 win. Gabriel made up for his mistake on the goal he gave up, and got a goal for us to win it. And we move. These are 3 points that we desperately needed. I don't want to stay too far off the pace with Liverpool. Obviously, they're sitting on 15 points, and this win definitely got us right back where we needed to be. So this is something that we didn't do last year. Every week last year, I used to come on this pod and say Chelsea dropped points, Liverpool dropped points, City dropped points, and guess what Arsenal did? We also dropped points. Hopefully this is a year where when other teams drop points, we pick up points so we can close the gap. So that's why I'm just happy that we were able to do that. We win there for the first time in almost 2 years. We move and we kind of have an easier run of matches coming up. So hopefully we can, start to rotate the squad. We have an international break coming up, so guys can get some rest. And coming back from that international break, I mean, winter is coming. It's one of those times where the holidays are around, and that's where a lot of football is being played. And I really just want guys to be healthy and ready to go come after this next international break, because that's when the Prem is really, really about to start. This is just the prelims. So yeah, I'm happy with it.
Let's go back a little bit. You said the PK was a PK. How about Gabriel's? Was that a PK?
It hit his body first. And
I
also,
mean,
there's another,
this
and
is how
also,
you fall. Come on.
hey, and also, there's a
Hey.
handball, there's a handball against Bruno G, in that they didn't
True.
call as well. So listen,
Yeah, it was
with
definitely
this
questionable refing.
with this matchup for the past 3 years, almost 2 years, there's always been some type of controversial VAR call. Got to think about it. One of the times last year when they beat us, there were like 2 fouls on them. They pushed Gabriel in the back again. There was a foul, and they got a dirty 1-0 win. And it was just like, all right, VAR just chalked us. The other years, it was something VAR related too. Like,
Yeah, it was the ball went out.
yeah, the ball went out. Like, the ball clearly went out. And
that's our ball. That's our ball, lady. That's our ball.
Yeah, no, the ball went out. They continued play, and then he pushed Gabriel in the back to score the goal, and they said, both are clear, goal. So listen, call a spade a spade. Y'all got away with a foul in the box for them. We got away with a handball, and you got away with another handball on Bruno G as well. So listen, we got our 2 goals in the run of play. Is you guys got your goal in the run of play? That's it. Call it a spade a spade. I'm cool with it. I'm happy we moved, but moving forward, I just want my manager to stop being soft. I'm sorry, just stop being soft, bro. Like, we bought Eze for a reason. Odegaard is hurt. He should be playing. I don't know why he's not playing. There's no reason to. What are we saving him for?
Competition.
What are we saving? We're not saving him for anything. Like, play him. I don't get it. Outside of him not starting Eze last match, and Saliba, hopefully he's okay. I know he's coming back from a little knock, but come on, bro. This is a match that we needed. And I'm proud of the boys that we just kept chipping away. We always were in possession and constantly threatening. And honestly, we played a lot of interplay as well. I don't know if you guys watched the match, but a lot of interplay, a lot of
Oh, I did.
looking like the old Arsenal. So, I like what if we would have dropped points today, this would have solely been an Arteta for me. This isn't. The team looked good. Like, as a squad, we looked great today. I'm very happy with our performance. It's just Arteta. I don't know. I simply don't know why Mosquera is starting today. Everything outside of that, right now, this is our strongest lineup, which I'm happy with. I'm honestly happy with it. I was very happy with everything else. I just didn't understand why Sleeper was on the bench today. It made no sense.
Yeah.
And obviously that is what led to the goal. But
you had one A in there.
So on the flip side, on the flip side, I want to ask you, Salam, again. Going to the Newcastle side, how do you feel about their new striker? He's come in, he scored, I believe in his first 2 games, correct?
Yeah.
So how do we feel about him? How does he look? Do we think this is somebody that can keep Newcastle up to where they've been these past few years?
No, I think he's a good young player. I think he's another. I was talking about earlier, Sesko being one of the highly touted strikers in Europe. He's definitely one of them. German international too. I think I mean first and foremost, his physicality is obviously it's like obvious. I mean, brilliant goal today, and I think that in the Premier League, crosses into the box is obviously an abundance, especially Newcastle. That's the way they play. They like to utilize their wingers. So I think that they're gonna score a bunch of goals and they're gonna provide him opportunities. I don't see why he doesn't hit 15 goals this year in the Prem. So I mean, yeah, and I mean, I think this is a good stepping stone for him for where he was at. I think ultimately he will leave Newcastle, maybe go back to Bayern, or go back to Germany and head to Bayern once Harry Kane is, moved on from there. But no, definitely, I think that his skill set definitely translates well to the Premier League, and I don't see why he wouldn't find any success this year.
Bet. No, that was I was just wondering because he's coming. We got some other people on who also came over from Germany that are 007 agents, and this guy, he's no Mr. Bond. I'll say that much. So
yeah, I want to add this too. I feel like when they got him, they paid 95 million for him. Seems like a lot, but I don't know about you guys, but from what I've seen so far, I'm like, I can see there's some potential here where I could see why the price was that high.
For who?
Walter Malde, 95 mil.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, Verts, I feel like we're watching 150 mil, 007. Come on, dog. We can't let that slide like that.
yeah, we're not letting that slide.
We can't let it slide like that. Come on, 150 mil.
Let's have a conversation.
Because no. Because the only reason I'm doing this is because when we got Enzo Caicedo, I couldn't hear the end of it, and I feel like Liverpool is allowed to do this, and they're allowed to spend because they don't ever spend.
Exactly.
Liverpool does it the right way, but then when they go ahead and spend, and they have someone with a high bill that isn't
Nunes.
producing, it kind of just goes under the radar. So, I mean, no shade to Wirtz. Again, I've been on this podcast multiple times, and I've said he's one of my favorite young players. He still is. But Brody, like, you had a chance. You had a chance to score today too. It's not like you know what I'm saying. Like we're looking at you.
It's the Jack Grealish effect, though. It's his team's winning, so you didn't really bring it up. But I think, I think if they come up short for whatever reason, especially in the league, there's definitely we're going to look back and be like, damn, this was, one of the, I don't want to say flops, but this is one. I mean, this is one of the bigger.
Say it, Salam. 150 mil.
No, because I mean, here's the thing. Like, if you don't do well in the Premier League, I'm like, bro, you got to make some shake in the Champions League. I'll forget. Do you remember Fernando Torres and when he
I do.
went around Victor Valdez?
I do.
With you, Mike. And I remember I was thinking like, wow.
Till this day, I can't call him a flop.
Bro, I sat there and like from when he scored the goal and from when he ran to the corner flag, I literally in that time I relived all the misses. The miss at Old Trafford. Remember that? When he
I remember I started celebrating.
Mike left, he started celebrating and went out. But I mean, I feel like that's the kind of moment where it's like, okay, if you make something work and happen in the Champions League and you give us a moment and we're able to kind of advance from wherever we're at, then okay. But if you just continue like this, like you're just not, and the crazy thing is, bro, I don't even like think about him. I don't. I don't look at him. I'm like, bro, Isak is here, Salah's here, Ekitike. Honestly, my eyes are on Ekitike. I above Isak, above everybody else. I just feel like every time that he plays, he's gonna score or provide something. Like I just, already one of the bright spots, best signings of the season so far. But yeah, if his team was struggling, we'd hear about it more. But definitely, hasn't been good.
Just know the streets are watching. The streets are watching. City beat Burnley 5-1. City still not really too high on the table, but they're finding form. How you feel about City?
most goals scored this season so far. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Spot
I
of
mean, they don't have the results to show for it, but listen, these things will start shaking out. I'm telling you, this is just the prelims. This is just the prelims. It's yes, teams are starting off hot, but teams will slowly taper off. Winter is coming. It's starting to get a little chilly in Cleveland now too.
yeah.
Yeah, winter is coming, and we'll see. We'll see when teams are playing 3 times a week for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. You know who's really able to cope. So we'll see.
I mean, yeah, 5 games unbeaten. They look so different though. I feel like from the traditional city, from like what I've seen, like they just seem to
They
just
are.
be.
They are.
It's almost like
They
y'all are like just y'all are like any other team. You play like any other English team. I mean, obviously, yeah, there's like aspects of possession in their game, but it's like, bro, you're not knocking it around the way you guys used to. Like,
No,
you don't. Which is why, like, again, like 5 games unbeaten here, it's like that's out of nowhere, So
they're always good for that though. They're always good for an unbeaten streak. Like they're always good for one, bro. The year they won the title when we were challenging them, there was one year like they always drop points in like the last 9 matches or the last 7 matches of the year, and like that was the one year they didn't drop any points. Like it's just there's just certain they're always good for an unbeaten streak. I know that about City for sure, but no, they're like any other team, man. We saw. I mean, look at last week when we played them. We saw Pep park the bus for 70, 80 minutes. Like
yeah,
they're really like anyone else, man. They're not who they used to be at all. At all.
But yeah, that's a good place to end it. We'll talk about City because I'm sure they have another 5 game win streak in there or unbeaten streak this season. But shout outs, man.
in their
Who y'all got-
bag.
Yeah, in their bag this season. But shout outs. Who y'all got for shout outs this week?
yeah. I'll go first, man. I wanted to shout out Sergio Busquets, Spanish international, Miami FC, Miami was the Inter Miami midfielder.
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know, bro. I really. Where can you start with Sergio Busquets? I mean, probably one of the most. You talk about underappreciated players in this generation of all generations. I mean, he was in a generation and he was a part of a trio that probably was some argue the best ever with Xavi and Iniesta, and was a big component to that and a big component to Barca's success, Spain's success. This was a guy I remember, like when he first started to come into the picture, I was actually a little salty because I really liked Yaya Toure. And I kept asking myself, like, why is this guy always playing? Like, obviously, Yaya Toure, Iniesta, and Xavi, that's the best combo. But sure enough, Pep saw the vision. And yeah, man, great career, man. One of the best players of this generation. Now he's doing it here in America, and it's great to see him in the States. But yeah, really underappreciated. Probably your favorite player, your favorite players. You ask any player, probably who's a tough person to play against, especially in the midfield. I would argue Sergio Busquets, man. He's phenomenal. I'm glad I got to watch him play at least once here in Cincinnati. So shout out to you, bro. And those 2 Champions Leagues you cost us, but all is forgiven.
I'll go next. I want to shout out Mikel Moreno. Yeah, this guy, despite him being kind of like a utility player for us in a sense, where I mean, he's only really starting if we're kind of injured in certain departments, and um, you know, coming off the bench when we're at full strength. He always seems to just stay locked in and get it done for us. And without his goal today, we wouldn't have won today. Um, Listen, this we paid 60 million for him, and like I can kind of be mad at the price, but for what he's done for us, honestly, over like the 2 years that we've had him, I can't even be mad, bro. Like you have provided some very big moments, goals for us since we've gotten you, and since we've kind of had you in this utility role. And bro, thank you, man. You're greatly appreciated. I know a lot of people don't appreciate you, but you're appreciated. So shout out to them, and then shout out to Sunderland as well. I know we keep shouting them out, but bro, this Sunderland team just seems to just keep getting it done. And uh, Xhaka, man, I'm always in Xhaka's corner, honestly, in the way that he's he's captaining this team and leading this team. Everything flows through him. If you watch the Sunderland match, and they're actually just exciting team to watch. So, man, just shout out Sunderland for getting it done. I hope they're at the when it's all said and done, they stay. And I mean, they signed Xhaka to a three-year deal, so I know they're looking to stay. You know, they're looking to be in the Prem. So, yeah, man, shout out to Sunderland.
Yeah, my shout out this week is my fellow Ghanaian Mohamed Kudus, man. I didn't get to watch the Spurs game, but I watched the extended highlights, and what he's been doing for them this season, it's not being talked about enough. I mean, almost every attack, almost every cross he puts in the box, it's dangerous. And I remember in the summer when the Spurs signed him, I was like, we're gonna look back and say, how did all our teams miss Kudus? And I think he's gonna be the F factor for Spurs this season. And shout out to him, man. The goals are not coming, but he's creating a lot for them. So I want to shout him out.
Yeah, man, bro. If we had Kudus, oh my gosh,
Kudus and Eze would be see you later.
Yeah.
With Nani too coming, yeah. Anyways,
we wouldn't even get Nani. It would just be
Yeah,
Kudus and
no,
Eze.
yeah, no, you're right.
United could
I
have
still love
really
you, man,
used
but-
Kudus, man. But anyways,
But no, I have two shout outs today. My first shout out's coming from the NWSL, the team I support, Washington Spirit. Shout out Gift Monday, man. Scored a hat trick yesterday.
like yeah,
And yeah, and their 4-0 win over the Houston Dash, taking them to the second place in the NWSL.
wow.
You know, since Trinity Rodman came back, they've just been climbing up the table. I don't know if they have enough for the Supporters Shield or the Women's NWSL Shield. I think the Kansas City Current have that locked up, but Gift Monday with a hat trick. I'm telling you right now, don't sleep on Washington, bro. They're gonna make some noise in this NWSL playoffs. I have them going to the finals for sure. And then my second shout out is actually coming from the Serie A, from Milan. Shout out Christian Pulisic. You know, we all had something to say about Buddy when he took the Gold Cup off this summer, and I think he's proven all the haters wrong. To be honest, I think he needed the time to take off. Obviously, he knew what was best for his body. In 5 matches, he has 4 goals and 2 assists. Right now, Napoli and Milan are tied for on points. Milan is actually in first place because of goal differential, and they beat Napoli today, so they have the tie break as well. So Milan, Napoli, and Roma all with 12 points in the Serie A, and then Juve coming in fourth place with 11. I think Serie A is going to be very, very interesting this year. So I just want to say shout out to Puli and what he's doing over in Milan, especially after all the noise this summer.
The dark horse in Serie A is Roma. Just watch out for Roma.
Mm-hmm.
Gasparini slept on, but I think he's a top manager.
Yeah, you've always shouted out Gasparini, man, and
Yeah.
he is, and I love how in Italy too, man. They always stay in Italy.
Yeah.
And it's not like unusual from like one Milan to go to another, or a Roma to go to a Napoli, or I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. Sometimes, like I think you brought up earlier, Cesc Fabregas being like a really good manager, and I agree. I don't see him going to United, bro. I feel like these guys have like those allegiances like with their team.
He's Spanish, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nah, bro. I mean, you've played for Arsenal and you've played for Chelsea. Like, nah, bro. Like I just
Nah.
like I would have loved Xavi Alonso to come to us. Like I feel like that was a no-brainer, but it's like he's never gonna come to us.
Yeah, I gotta say one thing
better.
though. How Graham Potter's name keep appearing with big teams is just
He's
It's
finessing.
insane.
he
It's
has to be a
insane.
good guy or some shit. Because
His
He has to be a
how?
great guy.
he has to be a really good guy.
But do y'all remember? Like he had Brighton buzzing though.
Oh yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah.
He did. He did.
And-
But the thing is,
But that's a
Deserby
long time ago.
did the same thing, and now their new
Herzog,
manager is
Yep,
doing the
Herzog
same
is doing
thing.
the
So
same
it's
thing
like,
too.
bro, it's like Brighton has a good infrastructure, and I feel
Mhm.
like they get managers that aren't too high but aren't too low to just keep them at the same level or maybe get a little bit better. But they're not trying to go reinvent the wheel. They know where they stand in the league, and they're just trying to incrementally get better. So it's like, because I said this when Graham Potter came here, I said, is it Brighton or is it Potter? Because
Yeah.
he went to Chelsea, he went to West Ham, and we can't see the difference. So
True. I
Yeah.
mean, I just don't know how his name keep appearing in rumors with big teams. I'm just like, bro, you really probably have a really good reputation.
If
It has
he gets this United job, bro, his agent is doing the William thing when
bro.
William
Like,
was
already-
replacing him, bro.
You're
His agent is doing God's work, bro.
Yep.
Because how are you finessing?
Yeah.
Finessing. Like when he went to Chelsea, I said, whoa.
Yeah.
I said, whoa.
Yeah,
I said,
but
okay,
hey,
we'll see. Yeah, he started getting fade. Yeah. I supposed to
Bro,
Chelsea. I
he
said,
had all
whoa.
the resources at Chelsea. So I'm just like, I
Fair.
can't even excuse you for West Ham. West Ham didn't do much this summer window. So I'm like, okay, maybe, but still, I'm like, yo, you had all the resources at Chelsea. Still didn't do anything. So
I don't know.
anyways.
We'll see though. We'll see.
how we doing our locks, my boy?
Hey, boys, another clean sweep on the locks. I don't know, guys. I don't know if people just don't want to listen to us, but we're giving away free money. This is a free money store.
Yo, I want to shout out Salam though, because that lock, when I saw it, I was like, oh,
It was a good. It was honestly a good bet. I put it in one of my parlays.
You know what
commend you,
Gabriel,
man.
you know what Gabriel said that I agree with. Last year we were kind of betting with bias. This year,
Yeah.
I agree.
get straight to it. We
Yep.
get straight to it.
Gotta be honest.
I like my unders. You know, I like my unders.
Yeah.
Bro, I saw
texted-
Brighton. I saw Brighton versus Chelsea. I said both teams will score.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you both teams will score.
When I texted Gabriel, I was so confident. I was so confident. I should have did the money line, but I don't. You know, we've been doing locks of the week for about, you know, this is our second year now.
Yeah.
But I think that this was definitely like, this was not just a lock. This was
You said it on the recording. You said it on the recording.
nice. Yeah. Tune into this week. Tune in. I got
Yeah, nah. Honestly, a lot of people thought my lock was crazy with the Crystal Palace winner draw, but I was like, bro, Crystal Palace is getting points because I was like,
Yeah.
listen, this Liverpool luck is gonna run out, and bro, this Crystal Palace team is flying, and they're at home. I was like, oh yeah, they'll be okay. I was like, they're getting points. I didn't now. Did I think they're gonna get a dub? No, I didn't think they're gonna win, but I knew they're gonna get at least get a result. But yeah, hey. I'm happy with it, man. Got me some cheese. I don't know about y'all, but got me some bread. So
don't worry, they're about to start paying for it on Patreon. So
yo.
Now you can use the bread that you won for the past, the past few weeks.
Go and pay it forward. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
predictions. Mike, I'm gonna start with you. Chelsea, Liverpool this weekend.
Jeez. All right. So we have Benfica on what, Tuesday?
We already did the midweek.
Oh yeah, we did. You're right. We did. I'm not confident in this game at all. I'm not. This is a Liverpool dub. The only thing I'm gonna say, let's not embarrass ourselves. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm with you, brother. Let's not embarrass ourselves. Let's make it clean,
Oh my
respectable.
Yeah, let's make it respectable.
Let's walk out with our heads held high. Tight.
Exactly. Chin up. But yeah.
Wow. That's funny. Yeah, we see West Ham this upcoming weekend. I expect nothing but 3 points. Very, very
Hey, everybody
just
eats
wrap
at
it
West
up.
Ham, man. Everybody.
No, it's at the Emirates. That's what makes it even better,
Ooh, it
We
might
just
get
got a
ugly.
we just got a tough away win at Newcastle. I expect, a good BTA. Good BTA. So yeah. What's the new dance? I need that. So I expect I want a clean sheet. That's what I want. 4-0, but clean sheet. That's what I want. Mike's laughing like this is a joke. No, I want to smack them up like City smacked up Burnley. I want them to realize where they are on the table, why they're there, and why we're at where we're at. I want to show.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We play Sunderland. We play Sunderland.
Trap game.
Trap game.
Oh, are you gonna call GTR?
I might get right with you.
GRG.
GRG. That's it. GRG.
Saka red card, Cunha goal. I do think Cunha. This won't be my lock of the week, but this is a free one for you. Cunha goal or assist. Yeah. No, honestly, I think with this game being at home, I think we'll have a little bit of a boost. Yes, Sunderland has had a great start to the season, and they're in a fantastic spot in the table right now from the first few games of the season. But I think we'll rebound. I think that we'll get a win here. I think this was a team that just got promoted this year. Yes, I love the good underdog story, all the veterans that they brought in and all that. That's great. But I just think that the loss from this weekend and just us being at Old Trafford, I think we always have a chance when we're at Old Trafford. So, I mean, even in Chelsea, in large parts of that game, you guys were the better team. But
can I ask the question everybody's thinking?
I love the delusion.
No. Can I ask the question?
Yeah.
Are we calling GRG on this? Oh,
I'm not gonna call it GRG.
You got confidence.
Only if we were to play you guys, yeah.
Okay, relax,
bro. Honestly, I can see a Sunderland winner draw, bro. Swear down.
Trap.
Swear down. I can see a Sunderland 2-1 smashing grab, bro. Oh my gosh! I think the over hits though. I'll give you guys another. Both teams to score.
Another free lock. Both teams to score.
Sunderland is scoring, bro. Someone
for sure.
Shaka banger. You never know, man.
Yeah, I mean, if Maguire and Shaw starting, I don't know what to say at this point with him, bro. It's like, dude, you just terrible, just absolutely terrible.
If Bayern don't go, you got a chance.
Yeah, and Bayern, Bayern. You know what was funny? Shout out to Ten Hag. I remember I used to ask you guys. I used to say when Onana was here. I'll keep this quick. When Onana was here, I used to always say, how bad is Bayern? Like with all the mistakes that you see Onana making, Ten Hag refuses to play him. And he was right. Ten Hag was right. This guy, yeah. You think Andre Onana's bad?
Call Dre.
Altai. Oh yeah, Altai.
He makes it look good though.
I saw the video of him stretching. That's my keeper. Y'all seen the video? I'll send it to you guys.
That's funny. That was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, bro, that's my keeper.
He makes it look good though. Some of these goals, I was just dying, and then he acts like, "What are you guys doing?"
Bro, there was one time. There's one time where I don't know if you guys watched the game, but he ran into the post. and it was him and Maguire. Maguire was just kind of looking at him, and I felt Maguire at that point, like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, pick yourself up. Like, you have no like presence about you as a goalkeeper. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have no like, no aura, no like, you just
vibes.
Yeah,
Vibes.
you're like the fucking like the flag, the corner flag. You just I don't know, bro. That's my keeper, man. Shout out to AB.
Call
Oh
God.
man, good episode, guys. Appreciate everybody's continued support. And appreciate you for joining us on the Kickback. Thank you.